Hi, good evening, everybody. It's Fred Anderson here again. I'm the coordinator of Awaken the Spirits Soup and Bannock for the Soul, which I've been flashing this poster here in front of you for days now, and I'm hoping that you take the time to spread the word about what we're doing, maybe to local band offices or to frontline workers or to maybe youth or youth programs or educational programs in your area. This is the first of its kind that we're bringing to this area, Soup and Bannock for the Soul, Making My Life Count, and it's the first in a series of many. Like I mentioned, March 25th, 26th, 27th, we're planning Soup and Bannock for the Soul, Leadership and Prosperity 2014, and many others coming. We're even looking at couples in the future, calling it Second Honeymoon, revitalizing our relationships for couples so that you're not only happy on payday, so that you don't just hold hands on payday, so that you can learn to invest in your relationship. When you invest in your relationship, money doesn't matter. Okay, and that's what we wanted to share, that this event coming up is an event that we hope will start to change the way we see personal development and healing and your road to recovery. And whatever road it is or path that you're taking right now, I'm hoping that this will make an impact. I'm confident it will. I was just looking over some of the evaluations from our events from the past and what people have been saying, and one of the things that kept coming out from all of our participants was, I love the humor. I never had so much fun in a long time. And that's what we want to do, is we want to show people that yes, you can live a life of recovery no matter what you've gone through in your life. When I shared before, I come from a broken home. I come from, foster care. I come from that whole history. But you know what? If you saw me right now, you wouldn't know. The reason why is because I choose not to make that who I am today. It doesn't make me who I am. I see some people that are just so bitter when you see them. They just got that anger in their face when you look at them. Like a lot of our native men, whenever we see each other, they never say, hey, how you doing? They always go. Anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit about our men walking like they're carrying a couple buckets of water. Anyway, these 3 days, I want you guys to come out and please spread the word. Like I said, we are getting pretty close to our maximum capacity for the 3 days. And I don't want you to be left out. And if you have been thinking about it and financially you're challenged, do what you can, and maybe you can help us by volunteering some time. We'd appreciate that. We do have other people that are helping us for the event, because whenever you put an event together like this, even if it's not a major event like we're planning in March, it still takes a good group of people to put it together, and that's what's happening. We had a really good meeting the other day about future events that we're planning. And it's something that I can't do alone. I need to have other people see what I see. And I remember many years ago when I used to say, hey, how about a conference with no issues? People looked at me like I was nuts. They thought I was crazy. But you know what? I don't like to go where other people have gone. And that's why many of the people who have made big changes that have impacted our lives forever, if they would have listened to other people, we'd never have lights. We'd never have a telephone. We'd never have a car if they would have listened to people that were negative and cynical and say, you can't do that. A horseless buggy? Yeah, right. And now we have to drive everywhere we go, right? You see, and those are people that don't listen to what other people have to say. What other people think about you is none of your business. It's what you think about yourself that counts. And you know what? I think different. And you know what? Even I have people that look at me and say, yeah, right. You know what? And I don't listen to that. I don't allow that to hold me back. Other people's opinion of you doesn't have to determine your future. See, if I let other people's opinion of me determine my future, I'd be in my own prison today. Because, I wouldn't allow other people to do that. Don't internalize what other people are saying. When I shared before, how many of you guys ever have somebody gossip about you? You know, what's the first thing you want to do when you hear about somebody gossiping behind your back? Oh, I'm going to get him. You wait till I see him. And you know what? While you're plotting this, and while you're feeling all uncomfortable, and your stomach's all riled up, and you know, cigarette after cigarette, and boy, wait till I get him. They're at home quietly sleeping. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. And redirect it in a positive way. Like I shared before, that positive thinking doesn't get you everything. I understand that. I know that. But it gets you more than negative thinking will. That's why I do what I do. I believe in what I do. And if I didn't believe in it, I wouldn't try it. And if it doesn't work for me, why would I share it with other people? It works for me. Laughter works for me. Helps me in my recovery. When I shared before, I've got books upon books that I've kept over the years. When I hear something interesting, I'll write it down. Just like this one. Yes, it's lonely at the top, but you eat better. You know, stuff like that I've read. Live full, die empty. Live your life to its fullest and die empty, because you can't take it with you anyway, right? So when I was sharing this, teamwork, you can't raise a man up by calling him down. Isn't that neat? Those are powerful words. So that kind of just gives you a little bit of a taste of what we're going to experience on November 20th to the 22nd, and then into March 25th, 26th, 27th. We're also, with the event in March, we're planning a huge cultural celebration for artists in sobriety, artists in recovery. And with a cultural celebration going on at night, drumming and dancing and you name it, we're just going to have fun for maybe 4 days. I want to make it an event that people will remember. That when you take it home, you're going to say, that made me feel good. I don't want you guys to come to the workshop and say, geez, I feel terrible now. I want you to say, wow, I feel so good now. See, and when I shared before that, the other thing I was sharing is that, remember, if you're planning on coming, our event, we're nearing the capacity, the maximum capacity for the amount of people we can take. And if you're attending the Sweat with Quampton with Freddie on Thursday night, you need to sign up for it. You need to let me know ahead of time, okay? So please keep me informed. I'm going to be putting up additional information through the long weekend to kind of keep you updated. I know on the writing on the poster, some of you said that you can't see it, so I'm going to put it. I'm going to actually put all the information on there, including our agenda for the 3 days. So I'll fill you in on what's happening over the 3 days. And the other thing is that if you have somebody that is financially challenged, I really want you just to do what you can, pay what you can, and if you can volunteer, we'll allow it. I'm not going to turn anybody away at the door. I had somebody phone and say, this sounds really good and it's something that I really want in my life right now. And she's a single mom. And I said, you know what, if you come, just ask for me. I won't turn you away. So it's just that this event here, it's so much. We've only got maximum $100 for 3 days. You don't get conferences like that anymore. And in the future, it's not going to be that way. It's a small investment for you. So do what you can. Check out if you're with the ministry or on disability, or with your local band office, or maybe go to an organization that might have funding for you to attend. Just try all the avenues first. And if you can't do it, then just let me know. Like I said, we won't turn you away. I think this is something that is life-changing for a lot of people. And when I first came into recovery, I had nothing. I was bankrupt in all areas. And you know what? I was just a broken man when I first came into recovery. And I haven't felt so good about life. And I want to share this with you. And so I wanted to share this in a way where I know that when you guys come to this, you're going to be prepared for a lot of laughter. You know, you're going to go home after this workshop is done, and you're going to be telling people, just like everybody else that's left my workshops in the past, I'm going to say, you're going to go home and people are going to look at you, and you walk in the room with a smile and you can't get rid of that smile. You walk in the room full of negative people and they go, what the hell are you so happy about? And it's because you've changed. And that's the neat thing about it. I want you to share this with other people. Okay? Smile. Try it sometime. Just put a smile on your face. And don't tell people why. You know what'll happen? People will stop and they'll look at you. Because when you smile and you're positive, you become attractive. When you're negative and cynical and you're full of anger and full of bitterness, you become detract. People don't want to be around you. Just like I shared in the last segment that we were talking about, if you don't ask life, if you don't ask the universe, if you don't ask God or the Creator, whatever you call it, if you don't ask, the answer's always going to be no. So you got to start with that first step. So I look forward to seeing you guys here, November 20th to the 22nd. Soup and Bannock for the soul, making your life count, making my life count. And you know what? If you got children, it's important for you to start investing in yourself, and it'll rub off on your kids. Okay, so I appreciate your guys' time, and have a good weekend. Remember our fallen warriors, and remember our warriors that are still out there and stationed around the world, especially our Indigenous people. We know when there's conflict in the world somewhere, especially when it comes to Canada, First Nations people are the first to enlist. So I hope that, if you got family out there, my prayers are with you. Okay, and I wanted to share that with you guys this weekend, and I pray that they come back home to their families. I pray that whatever they see and whatever they experience, they don't internalize that and it doesn't affect them in other ways. That's my prayer. Have a great weekend. We look forward to seeing you there. Start preparing now. Get ready. It's ready to come, because if you haven't heard about Soup and Bannock yet, Soup and Bannock for the Soul is coming. And it's going to go right across the country. And you're going to say, I remember when he said. You'll see. Have a great day.